Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to our final film in our war movie week. Tonight we're looking at the 4K release of 1917. Now this tells the story again of the British Army fighting against all odds against the German Army. And the background of this story is it's based on the front line of the World War One once again. We are joined, obviously, in all quite on the Western Front was the German Army. This is a British Army story, and it's about the Germans have retaliated away from their original bunkers, and the British have looked at this upon as them retreating. So they've pushed forward a sort of a battalion of soldiers forward to attack and keep pushing them back. But it's a trap because the Germans want them to do this because they've got bigger reinforcements further down the front line. So it's a trap. So we've got this battalion that has then gone in pursuit of this sort of to push forward into the German retreat. And the general of the main army that is pulled back at the trenches is aware of this is happening, and he arranges for two young lads to go and send a message to the colonel or of this battalion to make sure they stop the attack. Otherwise, there's going to be an absolute slaughter of like 16,000 troops. So these two young lads, and one of them has got a brother who is in the front line of this battalion that had gone forward. And so he's very keen to get there to sort of tell them to stop this attack to hopefully save his brother. So these two soldiers are then working their way, discussing how they're going to get there and all this sort of thing, as we see them sort of walking through the trenches of the British Army, and they sort of push their way forward into sorry guys, just need to turn this off as it's going to go on. So they push themselves forward into the end of the trench where no man's land begins, and they go over the top, and we see them crawling through no man's land, which is like this mud infested swamp area where there's pits of water, and if you get down in those pits you can't get out again. There's barbed wire everywhere. There's soldiers' bodies draped over this barbed wire. There's soldiers' bodies sort of have now become a part of the earth, and you can just see body parts sticking out of the ground. There's dead horses and all sorts of things in no man's land. It pretty much is hell on earth, and they got to make their way across it to where the first German trench was, where they retreated, and then go forward to a small town, and then make their way to a woodlands just past the town. So they start on their journey, these two courageous young soldiers, and they encounter all different sort of like things along the way. First of all, they sort of encounter that this trench, German trench, has been deserted. They have gone, but they've left booby traps in there and all sorts of things, and then they have to try and get through the other side and then carry on their journey. So are they going to make it? Are they going to get it through? I'm not going to tell you what happens because I want you to watch it and enjoy it yourself. It's an incredible film. Once again, it's another amazing film. Again, based on true events, and it's again a very edge of the seat, very proud yet very heartbroken and very frustrated and angry all the time when I watch war films. Again, like I said, not the American war films, because they're also Hollywooded up, that they just, they just don't look real, or you've got John Wayne and it's just like, it's not like that with these films. These are grit, and they are sort of like demonstrating probably what warfare was like back then. You see them sort of struggling for bits of food, and all this sort of thing, and trying to share what they do have, and other soldiers trying to help out, and all this sort of thing coming on. And it does demonstrate a remarkable story of bravery in this film. So it's definitely worth a watch if you want to see that. It's an essential watch. It's a 10 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the pluses of this edition: the 4K is stunning. It's amazing. Again, guys, these sort of World War One films are not going to be big American glamorous, big colourful events. These are very gritty, very sort of drab colours, the greens and browns, and just like you would expect it to be, in this wartime. There's no reds or things like this, The only red you'll see would be blood. It's a very sort of like, so the colours are sort of not drained, but it's a true colours, I would say. It's colours that you would see outside, and I think it's absolutely amazing, and it looks stunning. Really well filmed, fantastic photography, extremely well acted. A couple of like sort of actors in there, in the sort of cameo sort of roles. You've got what's his name? Oh, I can never pronounce his name. The guy that played the modern Sherlock Holmes, and that he's in it, and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool, and it's played out really, really well, and it looks amazing. It is a really highly recommended 4K release from me. 1917, 10 out of 10. Any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you think of it. I will give the transfer 10 out of 10 as well. It's fantastic. It's a great film. It's really, really engaging. It's very, very sort of heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time. And you so feel for these guys. You just want them to, their mission is to save 16,000 men. So they're quite happy to go out and do that. Amazing, really cool. What an amazing week it's been this week with War Week. First of all, we had All Quiet on the Western Front, which was amazing, a 10 out of 10 film. We had Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk, which was amazing, a 9 out of 10 film. And now today we've got the 1917, another World War One film, 10 out of 10. So we've had 2 World War One films and a World War II film. So it's been a good week. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let me know down below. And if you'd be interested in me reviewing any more sort of war films or any other sort of subgenre, because although these are not horror, there is horror about it, isn't it? There's nothing more horror than war. So if you want me to sort of like do some more a bit down the line, let me know, guys, and I will do it. Thanks for watching.